Hi everyone. Welcome to Victoria House, your home for all things vintage and classic. It's a beautiful day to talk about home decor. I hope you're all doing wonderful. I pray that you all have a long and prosperous life, stay in good health and are always surrounded by happiness. Let's jump into today's vintage home tour. In a small interior, the sense of touch becomes just as important as the sense of sight. Time-worn textures, think chipped paint, weathered wood grain, and nubby linens, tell a story of survival and grace. When you introduce these elements, you aren't just adding old stuff, you are adding character. The tactile nature of a distressed surface breaks up the monotony of flat walls and modern finishes, giving the eye something interesting to rest upon without overwhelming the physical space. Color in a vintage cottage should feel like a memory of a color. We look toward a palette of sun-bleached tones, dusty roses, sage greens, and muted lavenders. These shades are essential for small interiors because they carry enough pigment to add warmth, but enough light to keep the atmosphere airy. By keeping the colors desaturated, you create a cohesive flow that allows the eye to travel seamlessly throughout the home, making the entire interior feel like one continuous, harmonious thought. The true magic of shabby chic lies in the rejection of the pristine. In a world of mass-produced perfection, there is something deeply rebellious and comforting about a table with a water ring or a frame with a cracked corner. This philosophy removes the stress of maintaining a show home. Instead, it invites you to live fully. In a small cottage, this means every scratch and dent adds to the patina of life, making the home feel authentically yours rather than a catalog page. White is never just white in a cottage interior. It is cream, ivory, pearl, and alabaster. Using a foundation of layered whites is the ultimate secret for expanding a small footprint. It acts as a canvas for the more intricate vintage details to shine. By mixing different temperatures of white through fabrics and paint, you prevent the space from feeling clinical or cold. Instead, it feels like being wrapped in a soft, bright cloud. The boundary between the garden and the interior should always be blurred. This doesn't mean just placing a vase on a table. It's about the wildness of nature. Think of dried eucalyptus hanging from a peg, or a single fallen petal resting on a book. Incorporating organic, slightly overgrown floral elements breathes life into static decor. It connects the small interior to the vastness of the outdoors, making the home feel like a natural extension of the earth itself. Comfort is the cornerstone of cottage living. Layering textiles, quilts, lace, mohair, and cotton adds a visual weight that is cozy rather than heavy. It's about creating a nest. In smaller spaces, these layers provide sound insulation and a sense of physical security. A well-placed textile can soften the hard lines of a room, turning a functional area into a sensory experience that invites you to slow down and stay a while. We hope these ideas brought a little bit of magic to your cottage dreams. Thank you for being part of Victoria House. Until next time, keep creating a home that tells your story.